This project is another magnet, and if you've been watching my channel much or seen many of the videos, you'll see there's not a whole lot of real new or interesting types of chips on this, but I figured I'd just kind of show my process on another project and give you more exposure to different uses and arrangements of some of the even familiar shapes of chips that we have. So you can see I've done most of it, just looking to wrap up here and do it a little bit more efficiently. Instead of doing one chip at a time, I'm gonna do the same cut for multiple chips here. Doing the along the grain cut first. And then for this one, since this is one continuous outline, I'm actually going to do all of them continuously, just to make sure that that line is nice and smooth and not broken up. I want to have a nice outline along there. Doing that as one continuous draw of the knife helps make sure they line up nicely. This is a little bit of a smaller project, so figuring out where to safely place my hands and secure the project is sometimes a bit of a challenge. My natural instinct is to hold here with this hand so I can lock it in, but that's not a good idea in case the knife slips. Definitely going to go right into that thumb. These chips are a little bit, I find anyway, a little bit more challenging to get it to connect up here on this kind of obtuse angle in the middle to get the tip of the knife down in there. So once I come here, kind of push the tip of the knife in, get that to finish the cut. So again, doing these two cuts together as one motion. And for this small one, being very careful here with that fine ridge at the end of my chip. Don't want to put too much force and go through that. As I rotate this around and the light changes, I can see the inside of that one needs a little bit more work, so get that taken care of. Alright, and I left an extra one on here for the same reason that I was doing the other ones, is kind of as multiple chips at once in line, that's a smooth line there, so wanted to do both of these cuts together. So I waited until I'm ready to do both of them before doing the first one. And here I want to be aware that these ridges are short length of grain. The grain is going this direction, and so the length of grain on these ridges is very short, so they're fragile. So I want to make sure I'm not putting any undue torque or stress on those as I come through, because those can be easy to rip off or take a chunk out. And that's also another place where having the knife as sharp as possible is very useful, because the sharper it is, the smoother it'll go through, the less drag and friction there is to kind of pull on the wood. And so with these kind of irregular triangle shapes here, I'm not too surprised to get a little bit of hang up there at the bottom with that, again, wide angle. But not a big deal to just come in with that same technique, same knife angle, get that all cleaned up, taken care of. And I'm sure it's the same deal over here. Come from both angles to make sure that knife is getting in there. The tip, the point of the knife to get to the very bottom. Seeing the light catch something right there, trying to figure out if that's something I need to remove or be careful with, if it's a piece of the chip kind of hanging loose that I don't want to lose. So that's pretty much that design. The rest of this is just something that I've shown plenty of times. These kind of flowery shapes with the chips taken out of the middle, or the squares with the chips taken out, gives it kind of a very rudimentary flower sort of look. And a design like this, I don't know, maybe not flower, but just a more interesting appearance, since there's so much uncarved surface anyway. Having these just large blocks of uncarved squares probably wouldn't be the most interesting to look at. I'll finish the rest of those off camera.